If you shop Dollar Tree to save money, this is one of those updates you do not want to miss, because some of these new arrivals are the kind of finds that disappear almost as soon as people spot them, while others look like bargains and end up being a complete waste of money. And today you're getting both sides of the story, the 12 new Dollar Tree items that likely won't last and the 7 items you should leave on the shelf, even at a low price. So if you like smart shopping, hidden gems, and avoiding the stuff that only looks like a deal, make sure you like this video and subscribe because these fast sellout lists can save you money before the best items are gone. Dollar Tree has been bringing in a surprising mix of kitchen finds, home items, summer products, and back-to-school pieces, but not everything deserves space in your cart. Some of these are incredible values compared to Costco, Walmart, Target, and Amazon, and some are exactly the kind of cheap purchase that ends up costing you more later. First up are the Libby glass storage containers, and this is absolutely one of the strongest buys in the store right now. These are the kind of kitchen basics shoppers usually expect to pay much more for, especially when the name Libby is attached. What makes these so good is that you're getting glass instead of flimsy plastic, and that instantly makes them feel like a more serious kitchen purchase. They're useful for leftovers, meal prep, cut fruit, chopped vegetables, sauces, and even small baking prep. A lot of people end up buying full storage sets at Costco or Target, and that can get expensive fast, especially when you only really need 2 or 3 specific sizes. Here, you can grab individual pieces instead of committing to a bulky set you may not fully use. That's where the value really shows up. The airtight lids make them practical, the glass body feels more durable, and the fact that they're oven and microwave safe gives them flexibility that a lot of low-cost storage products simply don't have. For anyone trying to upgrade the kitchen on a budget, this is one of those rare Dollar Tree finds that actually feels smarter than buying a larger bundle elsewhere. Now let's flip to one that looks helpful but deserves a hard pass, the pie carrier. On the shelf, this thing seems like a great idea. It looks like one of those products that will solve a real problem, especially if you bring pies to parties, cookouts, church events, or family gatherings. But this is where appearance and actual performance go in 2 very different directions. The weak point is the plastic latching system. If the clips don't feel secure, that's already a red flag because a pie carrier has one job: keep the dessert protected during transport. And if the lid pops loose in the car, on the porch, or while you're walking into an event, that bargain suddenly becomes a mess. Shoppers who buy this expecting peace of mind may end up with the opposite. A pie isn't something most people want to gamble with after baking from scratch or buying a nicer dessert to take somewhere. Spending a little more on a sturdier carrier with dependable locking clips is the better move here, because reliability matters more than saving $1 or $2 on a product that can literally spill the entire point of the purchase. Back to a buy, and this one makes much more sense: the cupcake carrier. This is one of those products that surprises people because it actually does what the pie carrier should have done. The locking clips tend to feel stronger, the structure is more practical for how cupcakes are transported, and for around a Dollar Tree price point, this becomes a fantastic pickup for bakers, parents, and anyone who brings treats to school events, offices, birthdays, or potlucks. Cupcakes are tricky because frosting gets ruined easily, and once they slide around, they stop looking homemade in the good way and start looking like they survived a car accident. This carrier solves that problem cheaply. Compared to bakery carriers sold at Walmart, Target, or craft stores, this is a low-risk buy with actual repeat-use value. And because dessert containers tend to get expensive fast when you shop traditional kitchen aisles, this one feels like a true hidden gem. Then there's the Windex foam glass cleaner, and this is where the Dollar Tree effect can fool people. Just because it's name brand does not automatically mean it's the best deal in the building. A lot of shoppers see Windex and assume it must be a steal, but once you compare unit pricing, it often isn't cheaper than supermarket sales, Walmart shelf pricing, or larger refill bottles from big box stores. That's the problem with certain cleaning products at discount stores. The price looks low up front, but the quantity is smaller, so your long-term value drops. If you're buying glass cleaner regularly for mirrors, shower doors, windows, or tables, the smarter move is often buying the bigger bottle elsewhere. Dollar Tree wins when the discount is real, not when the packaging simply makes it look convenient. This is more of a skip than a smart stock-up. One item that does feel like a strong budget win is the Damprid Dupe Moisture Absorber. This is exactly the kind of purchase value shoppers love. Something practical, useful, and easy to compare to a much more expensive name-brand alternative. If you've ever dealt with musty closets, humid bathrooms, basement funk, stale storage areas, or that weird damp smell under sinks, then you already know how helpful these products can be. The reason this one stands out is that it handles a simple but annoying problem without forcing you to pay premium pricing. When discount stores copy the function of a well-known household product and the performance is close enough, that's when you really save money. This is especially good for people living in humid states, using older homes or storing linens, shoes and seasonal items. It may not be glamorous, but it's absolutely the kind of practical pickup people regret not grabbing once the weather gets sticky and the shelves are empty. Now for another skip, the black metal lantern. This one is classic Dollar Tree temptation. It looks stylish at first glance, especially if you like outdoor decor, porch setups, patio styling, or little decorative touches for garden spaces. From a distance, it can look like a deal you'd normally find at HomeGoods or a clearance rack somewhere else. But the problem is the construction. Thin metal plus outdoor exposure is rarely a good combination at this price point. Once rust shows up or paint starts peeling, the lantern stops looking charming and starts looking tired fast. This is one of those decor purchases where the visual appeal lasts much less time than the excitement of finding it. If it's going outside, you need something made to survive weather, heat, and moisture. Plastic or treated wood versions may not sound as fancy, but they tend to hold up better in real-world use. A much better decor buy is the Blue Collection ceramics. These are the kind of pieces that create instant attention because they don't look like they belong in a discount store. The finish, the thickness, and that vintage-inspired look make them feel far more premium than the price suggests. These pieces tap right into the home decor trend people keep chasing at Target, boutique gift shops, and even online resellers. The beauty here is that you can mix them into a shelf, table, coffee station, or kitchen display without spending decorator money. They work because they look collected instead of cheap, and that makes a huge difference. Shoppers who enjoy styling trays, entry tables, hutches, or seasonal displays will see the value immediately. This is also exactly the kind of item that gets picked clean once word gets out, because decorative ceramics with a higher-end look tend to vanish quickly at Dollar Tree. And finally for this section, there's the fleece bed blanket, which is a skip for people who care about comfort lasting longer than a day or two. The low price is definitely tempting, especially if you're trying to stretch a budget or add an extra blanket for guests, kids, or the car. But cheap fleece often tells on itself fast. It pills, it builds static, it starts feeling rough after washing, and it usually loses that soft first impression quickly. A blanket is one of those products where even budget shoppers want a little durability because if it feels scratchy or worn after one wash cycle, it wasn't really a deal. In this case, a plush blanket from a discount rack at Walmart, Target clearance, or even a seasonal sale elsewhere will often give you better long-term value than replacing a low-quality fleece piece sooner than expected. Continuing with the stronger buys, one of the easiest yeses in this lineup is the Scrub Buddies dusting gloves. These are the kind of cleaning tools that look simple until you actually think about how useful they are. Instead of fighting with disposable dusters that lose grip or barely reach awkward areas, these microfiber gloves let you clean with better control. You can run them across blinds, lamp bases, shelves, baseboards, ceiling fan blades, vents, picture frames, and all those tight spaces that collect dust faster than people expect. The big win here is efficiency. When a cleaning product saves time and works better than a more expensive version, that's where Dollar Tree can beat bigger stores. Comparable microfiber dusting tools at Walmart, Target, or Amazon are often sold in multi-packs or branded bundles at much higher prices, and not everyone wants to spend that much for a product that does one job. These gloves make practical sense, especially for deep cleaning days, allergy season, or quick touch-ups before guests come over. For a low-cost household tool, this is exactly the kind of purchase that overperforms. Now for an item that seems like a seasonal no-brainer but actually deserves caution. Back-to-school office supplies. This is one of the biggest shopping traps at Dollar Tree because people assume school supplies are automatically cheap there. But once you compare current seasonal sales, especially in July and early August, Walmart, Target, and even some drugstores often beat Dollar Tree on notebooks, folders, pens, crayons, glue, and bulk classroom basics. That's especially true when those stores use school season as a traffic driver and slash prices aggressively. Dollar Tree can still work for emergency single-item pickups when you forgot one thing, need a last-minute folder, or want to avoid a bigger shopping trip. But for full-list shopping, the math usually doesn't hold up. Parents trying to stretch a back-to-school budget need to think in totals, not just sticker price per item. And when the competitor has name-brand bundles, better quality paper, and lower seasonal pricing, the discount store stops being the smartest place to load up. A much better kitchen pickup is the Gibson Home silicone utensils. This is another case where a recognized brand changes the value equation. Silicone utensils are one of those kitchen items people use constantly. Spatulas, spunulas, mixing tools, scraping tools, cooking helpers, and they can get weirdly expensive when sold in coordinated sets at department stores or online. The beauty of finding them individually at Dollar Tree is that you don't have to buy a whole matching collection just to replace the one piece you actually need. If one spatula cracked, if you want an extra for baking, or if you're setting up a first apartment kitchen, these are the kinds of small purchases that add up in a good way. Heat-resistant silicone also beats bargain plastic for many cooking tasks, especially around non-stick pans, mixing bowls, and baking prep. And because Gibson Home has more credibility than no-name kitchen brands, shoppers may feel better about the overall quality. This is one of the best examples of spending a little and actually getting something useful, durable, and flexible enough to earn a permanent place in the kitchen drawer. One of the clearest skips in the entire store is cheap phone chargers. This is where low price can become the wrong priority altogether. Electronics are not the category where most people should chase the absolute cheapest option, especially when safety and device performance are involved. A charger that runs hot, charges slowly, fails quickly, or doesn't meet quality standards is not a bargain. It's a risk. And unlike decor or storage, a bad electronics purchase can affect something much more expensive than the item itself: your phone, your battery health, or even your peace of mind. Certified chargers from reputable brands exist for a reason. Whether you shop Amazon deals, Target accessories, Walmart tech aisles, or warehouse bundles, you're usually better off paying a little more for something dependable. This is one of those categories where experienced shoppers know the real deal is durability, not just the lowest initial price tag. Back to a summer-friendly buy, the mini silicone ice tray is one of those small items that feels inexpensive but genuinely useful. These flexible trays solve a simple frustration. Traditional rigid trays can be annoying, especially when the cubes don't release easily. Silicone fixes that. If you make iced coffee, flavored water, mocktails, lemonade, protein shakes, or anything cold during summer, these become an easy everyday upgrade. They're also good for freezing small portions of juice, coffee, herbs and oil, baby food, or even sauce cubes for cooking. That kind of versatility matters. Seasonal kitchen items often do well at Dollar Tree when they're low-cost, repeat use, and just convenient enough to feel worth grabbing. Compared to trendy kitchen gadgets online that sometimes overcharge for aesthetic versions of basic products, this feels refreshingly straightforward. It's cheap, useful, and likely to sell fast once warm weather shoppers spot it. Another fast-moving find is the Mackenzie-style pattern plastic cup. This is one of those products that taps into a designer-inspired look without pretending to be the exact luxury version. And that's why it works. People who love decorative kitchenware or cheerful tabletop pieces recognize the style influence immediately, and at a Dollar Tree price, that visual effect becomes the real appeal. It's not about getting premium materials for pennies. It's about getting a fun, stylish look for everyday use without paying upscale home boutique prices. These kinds of cups are good for iced drinks, poolside use, outdoor entertaining, kids' snacks, or simply adding personality to a kitchen shelf. Because they're lightweight and less stressful to use than fragile statement pieces, they appeal to shoppers who want style without babying the product. Limited bonus buy items like this often disappear fast because they feel collectible, and shoppers know the pattern may not stick around long. A practical buy that could quietly become a favorite is the laundry fragrance booster. This one lands in that sweet spot where a household product feels a little indulgent but still makes sense financially. Premium scent boosters from bigger brands can get expensive very quickly, especially if you do a lot of laundry every week. Dollar Tree versions appeal to shoppers who want that long-lasting fresh smell without turning a regular laundry routine into a luxury expense. The key here is packaging. If the seal is intact and the product looks properly stored, this can be a strong value play. People use these for towels, gym clothes, bedding, seasonal storage refreshes, and everyday clothing. It's not a necessity, but it's exactly the kind of small upgrade that makes a home routine feel better for less. And that's why products like this move quickly. People try one, realize it works well enough, and go back for more before the stock disappears. Another strong buy is the Hydration Tracker water bottle. This fits perfectly into the category of products people see online for far more money just because they have a cute design or motivational branding. The built-in hourly reminders are what make this bottle more than just another plastic container. It turns hydration into something a little more structured and visible, which is why so many people like these for fitness goals, work desks, summer errands, and everyday routines. Similar bottles online can be marked up heavily, especially when marketed as wellness accessories. Dollar Tree bringing in a version at a low price makes this feel like an easy pickup for people who've wanted to try one without paying full online retail. It's also the kind of product that gets bought in multiples, for the car, the office, the gym bag, or for family members, so once shoppers notice it, inventory can vanish fast. And the last item in this section is a skip that many people already suspect is trouble: buying too many good enough, cheap alternatives when the quality gap is obvious. That's why the next few picks matter, because some of the best-looking finds are worth grabbing now, while others only look smart until you use them. One of the most likely sellouts in this entire lineup is the mini bog bag. This is the kind of summer accessory that immediately attracts attention because it solves a real problem while borrowing a look people already recognize from much pricier versions. A small water-resistant bag that can handle pool trips, beach days, splash pads, boat outings, and wet swimsuits without turning everything else into a soggy mess is an easy win. That's especially true for families, travelers, and anyone who wants a grab-and-go summer bag that doesn't feel precious. The appeal here is practicality. It can hold sunscreen, goggles, flip-flops, snacks, and small essentials while being easier to rinse out than fabric bags. Designer-inspired accessories that are functional tend to disappear fast at Dollar Tree because shoppers instantly understand the use case. This is not the kind of product people overthink. If they see it and know they'll need it, it goes right into the cart. Another back-to-school adjacent buy that actually earns its spot is the crayon-shaped pencil pouch. Unlike the more generic office supply items that often lose on price comparison, this one stands out because it adds design and function at the same time. Kids are drawn to the playful shape immediately, and parents still get a product that helps organize pencils, markers, erasers, and other small supplies without spending much. Silicone-style pouches also tend to hold up better than flimsy zip bags that split at the seams or get crushed in backpacks. This is exactly the type of small item that makes school prep feel more fun while still being useful. And because novelty school accessories often get picked over early, especially the better designed ones, this could become one of those, "why didn't I grab it when I saw it?" finds. Then there's the Cooking Concepts grill tray, which may not look exciting on the shelf, but it's one of the most practical summer buys in the store. Anyone who grills vegetables, shrimp, chopped meats, or smaller items knows how annoying it is when food slips through the grates. That turns dinner into waste fast. A disposable grill tray solves that problem cheaply and conveniently, especially for family cookouts, tailgates, backyard barbecues, camping meals, and holiday weekends. This is one of those seasonal utility items that gets overlooked until the moment people realize they need it, and then it's gone. Compared with buying specialty grilling accessories from Home Depot, Walmart, or Amazon, this is a small purchase that can save hassle without asking for a big commitment. It's easy, affordable, and useful enough that shoppers who host even a few summer meals may want more than one. One item that also deserves a strong buy label is the cupcake carrier's quiet advantage over many single-use dessert solutions. A lot of people end up spending more in the long run on disposable containers, bakery packaging, or makeshift transport methods that don't really protect what they made. When a reusable product at Dollar Tree can actually perform well, it becomes a better value than constantly replacing a weaker option. That's something smart discount shoppers often understand better than casual buyers. The cheapest option is not always the one with the lowest sticker price. It's the one that keeps working. The same logic applies to the Libby containers and Gibson home utensils. Dollar Tree is at its best when it gets products that don't just look acceptable on the shelf but hold their own in daily life. Kitchen products especially need to survive heat, washing, repeated handling, and cluttered drawers without immediately showing their weaknesses. That's why those pieces stand out so much in this lineup. They offer real use, recognizable value, and a low entry price. When you can buy one or two useful pieces instead of getting trapped into a big expensive set somewhere else, that's when discount shopping starts feeling strategic instead of random. And that brings us back to why some of the skips are so important. The pie carrier, black metal lantern, fleece blanket, Windex foam cleaner, back-to-school office supplies, and cheap phone chargers all fail for different reasons, but the pattern is the same. They either don't hold up, don't save enough money, or create more problems than they solve. The pie carrier risks ruining the thing it's supposed to protect. The lantern looks better than it lasts. The fleece blanket tempts shoppers with price but disappoints on texture and durability. The Windex cleaner leans on brand recognition without delivering a better deal. The school supplies lose the value battle once major retailers start aggressive seasonal pricing. And the phone chargers are simply too risky to justify the gamble. The smarter Dollar Tree shopper isn't just looking for low numbers on a price tag. They're looking for the rare item where cost, usefulness, and timing line up perfectly. That's why products like the Damprid dupe, dusting gloves, hydration bottle, mini silicone ice tray, mini bog bag, blue collection ceramics, and laundry fragrance booster feel so strong right now. They each solve a specific problem, serve a clear purpose, or give you a look that would normally cost more somewhere else. That's the formula that creates real hidden gems. And with July shopping especially, timing matters. Summer accessories, outdoor cooking helpers, moisture control products, hydration items, and school-adjacent finds all move fast because they match what shoppers are actively thinking about right now. When Dollar Tree gets that timing right, shelves can empty fast. Not because every item is amazing, but because the good ones get noticed quickly. The key is knowing which products deserve that urgency and which ones are better left behind. So if you're walking into Dollar Tree soon, the short version is simple. Put the Libby glass storage containers, cupcake carrier, Damp-Rid dupe moisture absorber, Blue Collection ceramics, Scrub Buddies dusting gloves, Gibson Home silicone utensils, mini silicone ice tray, Mackenzie style pattern plastic cup, laundry fragrance booster, hydration tracker water bottle, mini bog bag, crayon-shaped pencil pouch, and Cooking Concepts grill tray at the top of your watch list. And be cautious with the pie carrier, Windex foam glass cleaner, black metal lantern, fleece bed blanket, back-to-school office supplies, and especially cheap phone chargers. Because at the end of the day, the best Dollar Tree shopping isn't about grabbing the most things. It's about spotting the few products that punch above their price, skipping the ones that only pretend to, and leaving the store feeling like you actually won. That's the difference between cheap shopping and smart shopping.